In this we can see the articulations of the sternum. So now we'll see again the parts of the sternum here. So here the sternum is a flat bone forming the anterior median part of the thorax, and it consists of upper part, middle part and the lower part. Upper part is called as manubrium sterni, and the middle part is called as body of the sternum, and the lower part is called as xiphoid process. So this manubrium is in quadrilateral in shape. It is the thickest and the strongest part of the sternum, and it is having two surfaces and four borders. Okay, and it is having some muscular attachments on the anterior surface. It gives origin like pectoralis major and also the sternal head of the sternocleidomastoid muscle, and the posterior surface is also giving origin to some muscles like sternohyoid, the sternothyroid muscles, and this lower half of this posterior surface is related to the arch of the aorta, and the suprasternal notch gives attachment to the lower fibers of the interclavicular ligament, that is here, and here there are some margin. There is a clavicular notches present on the upper part, seen in the upper part, which is giving attachment to the clavicle, forming sternoclavicular joint, and also it gives attachment to the capsule around this sternoclavicular joint. Okay, and these are the some of the attachments and some of the interesting points of this manubrium. Okay, so here the manubrium is articulating with that of first costal cartilages, that is the first strip forming first sternocostal joint, sternochondral joint with the first strip, and then it is articulating with the clavicle to form sternoclavicular joint. Okay, so these are the articulations seen on this manubrium, and also so in between the manubrium and the body is having a joint called as manubriosternal joint. So this joint is a synchondrosis type of joint, that is a joint with fibrocartilaginous disc is present in between them. The hyaline cartilage covered the articulating ends of the manubrium and the sternum. Okay, it is a joint with the fibrocartilaginous disc between the hyaline cartilage covered articulating ends of the manubrium and the sternum. Okay, so the manubriosternal joint is so similar to that of the pubic symphysis of the pelvis, and some of the authors refer this joint as symphysis sterni. Ossification of the joint occurs approximately 10% of the older adults. Okay, and in approximately 1/3 of adult women and elderly adults will have a synovial lined joint cavity exist secondary to resorption of the central portion of the disc. Okay, so in adult women and elderly adults, so this disc, what do you call as this fibrocartilaginous disc, After some years it is going to resorption at the central part. That one is filled or lined with this synovial membrane, forming a synovial lined joint cavity at the central portion of the disc. Okay, so and such kind of phenomenon is also linked in the involvement of manubriosternal joint in rheumatoid arthritis in earlier stages. Okay, and this is about the manubriosternal joint. And here this joint forms a dorsally an angle of 160 degrees dorsally uh, with that of the rib cage. So this manubriosternum and the body of the sternum forms 160 degrees of angle dorsally. This is about the manubriosternal joint. And coming to the Giffey-sternal joints, this Giffey-sternal joint is a synchondrosis type of joint articulating with the body of the sternum with that of the xiphoid process. So this joint tends to ossify about 40 to 50 years of age, and this is also forming an angle dorsally with that of the body of the sternum, but it is placed very deeply, and for palpating this xiphoid process is somewhat difficult than with the other parts of the palpation of the sternum. Okay, this is about the manubriosternal and Giffey-sternal joints. Okay, in the next video we can see the other joints, that is the costovertebral joints and the costotransverse joints.